crop this image a little bit further down. I'm going to clone this little spot out. Hold the Option key down and then what we'll do is turn it to grayscale. And then do a tone. And then when you click on this, it'll give you all of your color swatches and palettes. We're going to go solid and coated. And then coated has a U at the end for uncoated paper. And then you can come in here and adjust. Okay. And now we're going to resize it. Turn this off. Now when you go 300, if you notice that this is the largest at high resolution that this image can be for offset lithography. I want to go and have you look at something else. 72. Here is the original size. And if you look at watch the image size when I change this, it goes from 32 to, okay, now when I click Resample, I want the height to be 6. And now look, the size, it went from 32.5 to 2.6. This is why it's really good to resize in Photoshop all the images that you use in InDesign to the 100% of the size in which it's used. I'm going to go OK and save as. Six by 4. I'm going to save it as an EPS. I'm going to hit save. Often this will be on ASCII 85 and some of these will be turned on. Turn all of them off and change it to ASCII. And it should have saved it to our desktop. Now I will go in InDesign and go File, Place, and here's my original 6.4 gold. Go Open. So now it should be 6 inches tall. So if you're working on a brochure, a newsletter, you always want to change all of those images to 100%. What you're going to notice also when I click this link, it's going to give me the size, but because this is an EPS, it's just going to say it's okay. If it's a full color image, it'll tell you the effective PPI and the actual PPI. Now we will go into Illustrator, and I will show you where to find your Pantone spot colors in Illustrator. I have the palette open right now, but you go to graphic libraries or swatch libraries to color books, and we have it on solid uncoated. Uncoated is for an uncoated paper stock. Coated is C for a glossy stock. So this one would have a U at the end, and this one would have a C at the end. Okay, so now I will select my colors. I will just draw a shape, a square, for a quick example. What you need to do, instead of just filling it in down here with this palette, you need to drag this up to your swatch palette. If you notice, it's right here. When you hover over it, it says Pantone 105U. Maybe I want to have another color. Okay, but on this project you have like 3 colors. So then you click on this. Oh, that's the stroke. Go none. And then you can select your color. And then let's go save as. Since this is vector art, I'm going to go test. And I'm going to save it as an EPS. And then what you'll usually see is this will be checked on for spot color, vector art. You want to make sure that that's turned off. That is usually a default. And then you can select transparent or opaque for this image. And we're going to go, we want our separations to turn out correctly. So that's why we're checking that off, because this is not a CMYK project. So we'll go okay. And then I will go back into InDesign. And I will say File, Place, and where's my test? EPS, Open, Oops. We want it to just be a square. And then if you notice, we go back to our separations, and we'll see the 1, 2, 4, 5U from the Photoshop image, and we'll see the 105U for the square in Illustrator, which could be a logo or some kind of illustration or pattern, whatever that might be. And there you go.